My name is Frank Hanley. Welcome. This is the Feeling Fit for FSHD meeting. We meet twice a month on the second and fourth Thursdays of the month. We do record these sessions, and they are available for review on the FSHD Society's YouTube channel. It usually takes a week or two for them to get out there because they put some banners and editing and stuff like that in there. If you were looking for some additional FSHD information regarding this program and some of the other trainings that I do, I have a resource page that I put together. It basically has links to all of the videos for these sessions. So that's Frank Hanley, my name, frankhanley.com/FSHD. And that will bring you to my resource page. And again, that's just a bunch of links to videos and PDF handouts and some other stuff that I think is useful for folks. I also manage a Facebook page called the FSHD Wellness Channel, where I do videos, exercises like this. And if you want to email me, my email is qigongforfshd. I will spell that QIGONGFORFSHD, one big word, @gmail.com. So if you have questions offline and you want to reach me, you can easily do that. And if you want a copy of this presentation to look over later, just put your name and in the email or in the chat, name your email rather in the chat with send me the PDF, a little comment, and I will be happy to email that off to you. Okay, that's the housekeeping stuff. I'm going to do today is like as advertised. I'm going to do some demonstrations. I'm going to have some conversation about breathing and do some breathing exercises to help improve your breathing and to also help strengthen the diaphragm. So I've got some exercises that we will do. So that's kind of the agenda for today, some talking and some exercising and some more talking. So that's what we'll plan on doing today. My standard disclaimer, I am not a medical professional. I am a person with FSHD. I practice Kung Fu, Tai Chi, and Qigong pretty much on a daily basis. And I find that my practice helps me fight back against FSH. I do these sessions like we're doing today to share what I do so that maybe it'll help you too. This is a demonstration only. You're welcome to follow along. If you're not sure, please contact your medical provider for some guidance. And at any point along the way, if you have any difficulty with the exercises, I'd be happy to stop and talk about it with you. I try to simplify things. I practice I do exercises that can be done either standing, seated, or lying down. So I try to give something for everybody. Normally, I do things that are seated because everyone can pretty much sit. And that's what I'm going to be doing today, are seated exercises. Okay, my quick story. Just give me 1 second here. 1 quick second. Okay, I just want to move some screens around here. Okay, sorry. I'm on one computer here, and I've got a big monitor over there, and I want to make sure that people can see me. So, where did that go? Okay. So anyway, my FSHD story is that I recognized some issues when I was about 18. I had some winging in my left shoulder. Went to a doctor. He kind of wrote it off as I was working in a grocery store, and I'm a lefty, and I was lifting a lot. So he kind of wrote it off at the time as just my muscles are developing a little strange because I'm a lefty and I'm doing a lot of lifting. So 93, I was about 30 in my early 30s, I developed a foot drop. And I went to find out what was going on with that. I went to an orthopedic who did a barrage of tests, no real outcome. My wife suggested I go to the MDA clinic, which at the time was in Edison, New Jersey. So I went there, met with the doctor. The doctor looked at me, did a exam, left the room, came back with a book, opened it up, pointed to a picture of someone with a winging scapula and said, "This is what you have, it's FSHD." So that was my introduction to FSHD. In early 2000s, my son had some shoulder issues, but so I took him to be checked out, and it wasn't FSH. He was a baseball player, and it ended up just being some aggravation in his rotator cuff. Thank goodness. 2012, I went to Johns Hopkins. I had moved to Baltimore, went to Johns Hopkins for the MDA clinic there. 2015, I did the genetic test and came back type 1 positive. And at this point, so I've got a foot drop. My left leg is weak. I've got winging in both shoulders, and I have weakness in my core and hips. So I'm still mobile. I consider myself having a pretty mild case compared to others that I know. But right now, stairs are the struggle. This past year, I guess, is stairs have been going up. Stairs has been more and more difficult. I still have a fight with a bag of groceries, and the groceries usually win, trying to carry groceries in the front. So that's my other. I'm glad I could joke about this, right? So with the FSHD Society, I connected with them in spring of 19. I went to a meeting in Philadelphia. I met some folks there with FSH, and that was the first time I actually met other people with FSHD and I had a chance to talk to them. In June of that year, June of 19, I retired and I moved to South Carolina, and there was no FSHD Society chapter there. So I connected with the society. We did a little polling around, and in February of 2020, we launched the South Carolina chapter, and I was a chapter director there for a period of time. March 2020, as we all know, COVID hit, so we had we had one meeting, and we were on Zoom for the rest of the time after that. 2020, I also started the Facebook group, which at the time when I started, it was called Qigong for FSHD, and I since then renamed it to the FSHD Wellness Channel because I do more than Qigong there. And 2022, we started this program. Like I said, I probably do 4 to 6 sessions a year, and there's some folks that come on and do some of the other sessions. So martial arts training, real quick. I've been doing martial arts for about 30 years. I started when I was younger, stopped, had a family, and then I started back up again in 2019. Like I said, at the time, the teacher that I had was very into Qigong, and I ended up doing more Qigong or enjoying the Qigong more because that's what I really feel helps me with the FSH, especially the breathing. And I find the Kung Fu very helpful in the Tai Chi in maintaining my balance and my coordination. So if you go back into the library, the FSHD Society YouTube channel, you'll see there's a bunch of videos on breathing and coordination, and there's a Qigong exercise or Tai Chi exercise to do. So please take advantage of that library. I'm a certified Qigong instructor. I do sessions like this nationally. And I'm a member, actually I'm the treasurer now of the National Qigong Association. I do guest speaking events whenever I possibly can and try to spread the word on what I do and how it helps me. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Anybody have any questions before I get going? We've got, let's see, let me say hi to folks. We got Rakesh. Rakesh, if you can just put in where you are, that would be great. Rafael, is that my friend Rafael in Spain? Yes. How are you, my friend? Noah, where is Noah? Oh, Noah's in LA. Cool. Kelly and Mark is in northern Colorado, and Julie. So if you guys want to just type in where you're from, that would be cool. It's always good to see. Oh, and Amy, I'm sorry, Amy up on the top there. At any point, again, if you want to unmute and turn your video on and and talk. We'll have some time at the end to chat. So if there's no questions, then I'm going to get going. So I'm going to start out by talking about breathing, and I always like to open this conversation up by asking you to think about it. How important is breathing? I think it's very important. I spend a lot of time talking about it. I spend a lot of time writing and thinking about it. So if we think about what we need to survive, and if you want to just mentally make note of what we need to survive, I come up with my short list is food, water, shelter, and air. And if we look at those four items, food, we can survive probably 2 to 3 weeks without eating. Water, we could survive probably 2 or 3 days. Shelter, if it's hot or cold and we're not dressed properly, we could either freeze or dehydrate. Last 2 or 3 hours, maybe if it's really cold out. And air, 2 or 3 minutes. So I think breathing and air is probably at the top of my pecking order as far as things that we need to survive. So breathing is important, and it's so important that we've got 2 ways to do it, and 3 if in an emergency. So we can breathe through our nose, and we can breathe through our mouth. And in an emergency, someone who knows what they're doing could do a tracheotomy, but it's in an extreme condition. So our body was designed with 2 ways to breathe. And also talking about the what we need stuff, air is all around us. We don't have to go looking for it. Like we need to go find food, we need to go find water, we need to go find shelter. Breathing is also automatic. We do it without thinking, and we're able to do it consciously and just automatically. So it's one of those few things that we can do, that our body does, that we can control, and it also runs on its own. So breathing is, again, going to be the topic of today's lesson. So if you can humor me, I'm going to count to 3, and I'm going to ask everybody to take a deep breath, okay? So real quick right now, 1, 2, 3, take a deep breath and let it out. All right, now, if we can go back to the chat real quick. Did you do this? Or did you do this? Did you take the big gulp of air, or did you inhale through your nose? Real quick. How many folks took the big gulp of air? If you took a big gulp of air, all right, I got marks and nose. Who else? If you can put it in the chat. Come on, Opie. All right, I got another nose from Julie. Anyone else? Oh, everybody's either cheating. No one took the big gulp of air. Okay, so everybody did it through their nose. Very good. You all get an A for breathing today. So, okay, let me talk about mouth breathing. Mouth breathing is something that I found myself doing, and I found it very difficult to stop doing. So mouth breathing, we're born belly breathers. And I'll talk more about that in a little bit. So we're born breathing with our abdominals or breathing with our diaphragm. And as we develop, we develop into chest breathers. And then some of us develop this bad habit of being a mouth breather. So mouth breathing is not a good thing because it dries out your mouth. You can get a sore throat, makes you susceptible to illness. It can cause sleeping issues if you're breathing through your mouth while you're sleeping. So mouth breathing is not the best thing to be doing. Some reasons for that, obviously, if you have a stuffy nose. Someone I was conversing online with someone the other day, and they were saying about, I was saying about being a nose breather, and they said, well, they were just getting over a cold. It's tough to do. So you've got a cold, you've got an allergy. Some people have chronic stuffy noses. So my advice to you, if you do have those things, is to look into getting that fixed, because now you're really limiting yourself to just being a mouth breather And again, nose breathing is so much more beneficial, and I'll talk to that in a second. So it's a bad habit. I look at it as a bad habit. And also, one other thing for us, what the FSHD, what's the F in FSHD? The fascia, the face. So we have weak face muscles, so it's hard to keep your mouth closed, right? It's hard to keep our eyes closed. It's hard to smile. We have that weakness, so that also tends to lend to the opportunity for us to be mouth breathers. So some thoughts to be thinking about that. All right. So let me talk about nose breathing real quick, and then we'll get into some exercises. So what is your nose? Why is it there? Because it's a filter. It traps all the dust and all the junk you breathe in, and it protects your lungs. Your nasal system, that whole system of passages, adds moisture to the air that you breathe in, and it warms the air you breathe in. It preps the air you breathe in. So when it gets into your lungs, it's cleaner. It's easier for your lungs to take in the oxygen. And the airways, all that breathing through your nose also keeps your airways moist, which is something that you want to do. So if you're mouth a breather, and I'm not going to ask, but if you are a mouth breather, or you tend to be a mouth breather, because some people can flip it on and off, you need to be mindful of how you're breathing and breathe through your nose. I found myself doing it a lot all the time, and it requires practice. So you can, but it's not like you need a lot of space to do this practice. You can practice breathing anywhere, anytime. So be mindful of it if you are a mouth breather, and try to convert yourself into being a full-time nose breather. Right? So let me just stop here for a moment. Do we have any questions? Anybody have anything they want me to go over again? All right. Hello, Alan. Thanks for joining. Okay. We've got a nice group today. Good. Okay. If there's no questions, again, you can unmute, where you can put something in the comments. And I have my I'm looking this way because I have my Zoom screen over there. Okay, so right now I'm looking at the Zoom screen. So if I'm looking away, I'm looking at you. All right. If there's no questions, let me just jump on and we'll keep going. So I like to always start out these exercises by reviewing how to sit. And somebody made the comment to me a while ago, is, and it was kind of tongue-in-cheek, sarcastic, well, I get on here and first you teach me to sit, now you're going to teach me how to breathe. But sitting is important when you're doing this, and especially for us, because we tend to, have issues with, or some of us tend to have issues with sitting. So I like to sit, and I'm currently sitting in a chair that has no arms. And it's a little higher than a normal chair. I'm going to pull back away from my camera a minute, so you can get a better shot of me. All right, so I'm going to move back a little. I'm going to adjust my camera a little. Please bear with me. Okay, so I am sitting in a chair that is a little higher than a normal chair. It's not pub height, but it's a little higher. So my hips are a little higher than my knees. And I've got no arms. Like I said, if you need a chair with arms for stability, please do that. Please do not do this in a chair, like an office chair that has wheels. You don't need you rolling away on us, or the chair slipping out from underneath you. So, and I like to sit up at the edge of the chair. So I'm sitting at the edge of the chair. My feet are flat on the floor, not together, like my knees are even with my shoulders. We will do a gentle gaze looking forward, or while we're doing the breathing exercises, you could close your eyes if you want. Your tongue and I'll circle back to the tongue in a moment. The tip of your tongue should be touching the roof of your mouth, just behind your front teeth. So your tongue is there. Now, a secondary thing with that's an energy connection, number one, because you have the flow of your energy through your body breaks in your mouth. So when you connect with your tongue, you reconnect that energy flow. But the second thing I like to use that for is it makes you keep your mouth shut, so you can't mouth breathe. So it forces you to nose breathe. All right. Feet are flat on the floor. If you can, just gently grip the floor with your toes. Okay. Your body's relaxed. You can keep your hands, your palms together, not this way, this way. Your palms are together, just in your lap. And relax. All right. And we're going to breathe through our nose for the remainder of this session. And we're going to try to breathe through our nose for the rest of the day and tomorrow. And I'm going to convert everybody to nose breathing if you're not a nose breather. Okay, so real quick, my breathing story. And if you're a veteran to my sessions, you've heard this every time I do these breathing sessions. So I went to Johns Hopkins a few years ago for my normal checkup at the MDA clinic, and I was speaking to the neurologist. And in our conversation, he asked me if I'm waking up in the morning with headaches. And as a matter of fact, I was. So his concern was that I was, that the FSH was affecting my diaphragm, and I was not exhaling completely. So I was retaining at night when I was sleeping. And so I was retaining carbon dioxide, which was giving me the headaches. So he wanted to send me off to do a breathing test. So I went home and I talked to my Kung Fu teacher, and he and I started doing these exercises. We started doing a lot of these diaphragm exercises with a lot of variety, and I'll show you a few of those in a minute. And in a matter of days, the headaches were gone. And ultimately, when I took that breathing test, there were no issues. So I 100% guarantee you will feel better if you do these exercises. Not just even if you're having headaches, you will just overall feel better because you get just a great oxygen boost from these type of exercises. So the exercises that my teacher and I were doing and continue to do are it's called diaphragm breathing or abdominal breathing or belly breathing, if you will. And like I said earlier, we are born to be belly breathers, and then we grow into being chest breathers. So we kind of have to relearn the belly breathing, the diaphragm breathing. So the idea of it is your diaphragm is here, just below your lungs, just above your digestive system. And the idea is when you inhale, you push down on your diaphragm. So what we're doing is we are going to fill our torso as we expand the torso out as we breathe and push down on the diaphragm. And it takes a little bit of practice. So don't get frustrated because it's supposed to be relaxing. Okay. So just take your time and practice it. And over time, you'll do it. And I recommend you doing this daily because this isn't, well, let me do it. And then 2 weeks, I'll do it again with Frank when he comes back on. No. If you're going to do it every day or just close your Zoom because you're wasting your time. All right. I'm serious about that. If you want to do it, you have to do it all the time and to be able to feel better. All right. It's not something you just do when you have 2 minutes. So anyway.
Frank, I have a quick question before
ahead, I'm sorry.
you move to. Yeah, it's Rakesh.
Hey.
Just follow up to what you just mentioned about your breathing test and stuff. Were you by any chance able to find out what was your the diaphragm capacity? How much the FSH had affected your diaphragm capacity?
No, nothing was done to test that. Okay. And if it was a breathing capacity, it was more breathing capacity than it was diaphragm movement. So it was just I guess it was I want to say it was a standard baseline breathing test that I did. But since it came out okay, they didn't pursue it any further.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. So let me just stop here there's a couple seconds. Mark asks about doing nose breathing by taping your mouth. I would tape my mouth. What I would do is put some kind of an elastic around to keep my mouth closed. Taping my mouth is a little extreme, but I get what you mean. But I would go the other route with use some kind of a elastic around to keep my mouth shut that way. Thank you for asking. And have you experienced from Julie? Have you experienced hearing this whistling or wheezing when breathing, especially oxygen? No, I don't have a whistling or wheezing sound, and I rather not even speculate to comment on that. I'm sorry, I can't answer any more than I don't have any experience with that. But thanks for asking. Okay. Anyone else here? Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you for asking questions. I appreciate that. It means you're out there. Sometimes we do these and there's crickets in the audience. So, anyway, okay, let me just jump back in again. So we push down on the diaphragm. So, and what we want to do is we want to expand, push down on the inhale, and compress, contract. So suck your abs back in, pull your diaphragm up on the exhale. So inhale, expand, exhale, compress. Inhale, expand, exhale, compress. Now, if you can see my shirt moving, all right, because that's actually what I'm doing here. Inhale, we push everything out as we inhale, and as we exhale, we pull everything in, all right? Pull some back. And actually, you can, if you want to, you can even feel like right now, my butt cheeks are tight, okay? So you want to tighten up from your pelvic floor all the way up to the diaphragm, all right? Is nice and tight. And the side benefit of doing this kind of breathing also is you're exercising all of your organs here, your intestines, your liver, your stomach. Everything's getting a massage by you doing this expand and compress, expand and compress. All right. So let's give this a shot. Again, inhale. I'm going to count to 5. This is how I like to teach it. I'm going to count to 5. Just slowly inhale and kind of gauge it. You want to be full on 5. And then we're going to exhale for 5. And so you want to be empty at 5. So we're going to count to 5, fill all the way up. So breathe in through the nose. And then we're going to exhale. We're going to squeeze everything in and exhale for 5. You pull everything in nice and tight for a count of 5 and try to exhale completely. You're going to find also that it's way easier to exhale than it is to inhale. All right, to a count of 5. So if you inhale to capacity and try to take a little more, you're going to start feeling like it hurts almost. And with the exhales, you can exhale and exhale and exhale because it's just that we're expanding, we're stretching things that we don't normally stretch. So just a little heads up on that because you're going to feel that. All right, so let's try it. So I'm going to move my hands, inhale, exhale, so you guys can kind of see it. I have this shirt on that you can kind of see what's going on also. So again, you need to keep your hands here, or if you want to move with me, you can. All right, so we're going to inhale. We're going to push everything out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Bring everything back in nice and tight. Okay. My old teacher said, try to pull your belly button in to touch your spine. If that's how you want that to feel. Hold your abdominal wall up. Right. Inhale, push everything down. Exhale, pull everything in. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Inhale. Stretch everything out. Expand your torso. Exhale. Push everything out. Pull everything in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. One of my peers calls this, describe this as six-way breathing, because you want to expand your torso in every direction, like a balloon expanding. A balloon just doesn't go out from the sides. You want to go out from the sides, front to back, top to bottom. And when you compress, it's like letting the air out of the balloon. Everything comes back in. So it's not just front to back. You want to visualize even yourself filling up like a balloon. So let's do it again. Yes, exhaling through the nose. Okay. Yes, good question. Thank you. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Fill the torso. Blow yourself out like a balloon. Exhale. Squeeze everything in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Everything fill up. Breathe in. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale. Blow everything out. Squeeze. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale. Okay, let me stop right here. We've been doing it for about 2.5 minutes. I want to do it for another 2 minutes. Question, how many times do I do this daily? I do this particular exercises in the morning for probably 20 or 30 minutes. I just don't do this kind of breathing. I do some other things too, which I will show you in a few moments. Any questions from anyone out there? Is everyone okay doing this? Maybe you can give me a thumbs up in the video, or give me a thumb. I don't have the gallery out here. Let me see if I get the gallery. No, it's okay. View gallery. Here we go. So everybody's got their cameras off. So thumbs up doesn't work. Okay. All right. Everybody good? Just give me a yes in the chat. Everybody good? Everybody with me? All right. Okay. Amy, you win the prize for answering first. Okay. Noah's not number 2. Okay. All right. Everybody's good. So I'm going to do this for another couple of minutes, and then we'll add a couple of other things on to kind of make this a little more interesting for you. Okay. And then we'll break for maybe 5 or 10 minutes from questions, and then we'll be done. All right. So let's do this for another couple of minutes. Again, sit, feet on the floor, flat, tongue in the back of the mouth. We're breathing through our nose, in and out. Good question. Thank you for asking that. What else? Sitting up straight, All right, hands are together. And you can either have a gentle gaze forward or just close your eyes as you're breathing, okay? All right, so inhale, everything goes out. Exhale, squeeze everything back in. Inhale, push down on the pelvic floor. Push down, push everything down and out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, push out. Exhale, pull in. Nice and tight. Inhale, push out. Exhale. So as you're doing this breathing, I'm counting to 5 in my head. You want to count to 5, maybe in a couple of days, count to 6. So try to get your inhaling longer and longer and longer. Okay. On a good day, I can get up to 18. All right. So we're going to inhale. Not that you want to shoot for 18, but you get the idea. Inhale to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should be full. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should be empty. Okay. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. So you should be nice and tight. And if you're not used to this, you might be a little sore tomorrow or the next day. You might start to feel this because you might be using muscles that you haven't used in a while. Okay. Something else I will throw out to you. I don't know where you are. Some of us are maybe not in the U.S. or not in the northern hemisphere. So it's the summertime here. It's the wintertime in the southern part of the world. So one thing you can do if you want to do this standing, you can do this standing and you can do this outside. And if you do that, you do it barefoot so you can connect with the earth. It's really, really great to connect with the earth barefoot. So I will quickly show you how to do this standing. All right, so let me stand next to my chair. Okay. So doing this standing, it's pretty much the same thing. You're going to be standing up straight, feet flat on the floor, shoulder width apart. Your hands are in your lap, tongue, roof of the mouth, gentle gaze. All right. And the idea is to be in contact with the earth. So the inhale, you're inhaling, we're filling up, but you want to visualize drawing energy up. And this is a Qigong exercise that I will talk more about next time. So you want to draw energy up from the earth as you're doing the inhale. So you want to inhale, you're pulling up energy and you're also, breathing in. So everything is coming up. And then on the exhale, you take your used energy and you're pushing that back down into the earth through your feet as you exhale and tighten everything. So you're exercising. It's a Qigong exercise. So we're inhaling, we're drawing energy, we're drawing breath. As we exhale, we send our used energy into the ground. As we exhale, right, the used air goes out. We inhale, bright energy, nice cool air, nice fresh air for doing this in the morning. Get out there with the birds. Exhale, used energy, use that air back out. right? So same thing. It's just that you want to, when you're exhaling, you want to push your feet into the ground, right? Grip the ground. Exhale, you're pushing your energy down, you're exhaling. Everything's going out of your body, right? As you tighten. And then when you inhale, we're up. Everything's light. Okay? Everything's light coming up. We're filled with air. Exhale. Okay, so if you want to do it outside, you get the benefit of connecting with the earth. We'll, that's another version of this to do that. There's more and more and more and more to this. I mean, I'm just scratching the surface with this now. If you're ever interested in getting really into doing this, please contact me and I'd be happy to let you know what kind of lessons I have available to get deeper into this. Okay. All right. Any questions from the gallery? Okay, so someone made a comment about the breathing test. I think that was Rakesh. If you want to check, Mark left you a note in the chat. All right. Okay, so what I've got now to finish up is just a few more some visualizations that go along with these breathing exercises that we do. And there's rhyme and reason to it. Right now, it's just a distraction. I know we're doing the breathing, but doing some of these other things, we're going to do some little hand gestures and things. Doing some of these other things, just add a little bit of interest to these sessions. So it makes you kind of think a little bit too. And I know we're thinking about breathing. Like I said, this goes a little further and a lot deeper than what I'm talking about right now. All right, so let's do 10 more breaths. And then we're going to do some exercises that I like to call holding the ball. And then at the end, we'll do one of my favorite exercises, which is kind of a coordination thing. All right. Okay, let's finish up. So I'm going to go through, let's do another few breathing exercises just to review. All right. Again, I'm sitting in the chair, feet flat on the floor, tongue behind my front teeth, touching the roof of my mouth, gentle gaze forward, sitting up straight, hands are palm connected in my lap. Okay, so we're going to just do another few inhales and exhales. So we're going to inhale completely, again, breathing in and out through the nose. So we're going to inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Two more, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, so if you want to follow along with this, this is called the hold the ball exercises. So we're going to visualize that we are holding a ball. And actually, I have one here so you can see what it looks like. And you can follow along. So it's really just a visualization, but for laughs and giggles, I have my ball with me here. So what we have is you're holding the ball in front of you like I am here. So you're just holding your hands here. So we want to have the ball. The reason I can't do this is, so we're going to start with the ball being very small. And as we inhale, visualize that ball expanding in our hands. And as we exhale, We're going to squeeze it back down. So the ball is expanding and compressing as we are expanding and compressing. So expand, inhale, to count of 5. Exhale, count of 5. Squeeze the ball, squeeze your abs. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now you can kind of play with your visualization here. You can squeeze that ball down really small to a golf ball, and you can expand it on the inhale out to the size of a beach ball if you want, and then squeeze it back. It's up to you, depending on how you want to visualize. Gives you a little, use your imagination a little. It's a little distraction into these exercises. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Good, all right, now, left hand on top of the ball, right hand below. Going to do the same thing. We're going to inhale, the ball expands, and we're going to exhale, the ball compresses. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Hand is on top, rotate, right hand on top. Exhale. Inhale. Right hand is on top, rotate. Left hand is on top. Exhale. Inhale. Rotate. Exhale. Inhale. Expand. Fill your body. Rotate. Exhale. Squeeze the ball. Squeeze your abs. Exhale completely. Inhale. Fill your torso. Rotate. Exhale. Squeeze and empty. Inhale. Rotate. Exhale. Inhale. Rotate. Exhale. Inhale. Rotate. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Rotate. Exhale. Great. Okay. How's everyone feeling? Thumbs up. I can't see you. Thumbs up anyway. Right. I got one more exercise, and then we will stop to see if there's any questions, and we'll call it day. All right. So this one is one of my fun ones, one of my favorites. It ties in some, like we were doing with the rotating. It ties in a little. So I cut my head off so you can see my hands here. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit as we were sitting, but we're going to put our hands down at our sides. As we inhale, belly breathing again, in and out through the nose. We're going to raise our left hand up as we inhale. And we're going to exhale. The left hand goes down and the right hand comes up. So inhale. Exhale. Inhale. exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now fill the abdomen. Exhale, compress. Inhale, fill the abdomen. Expand, push down on the diaphragm. Exhale, compress, and empty the lungs. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, right hand up. Inhale, exhale. Do more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and exhale. The last one. We'll do one more. Close this up. Leave your right hand down, left hand down. Exhale. Good. Now, cleansing breath. Both hands up. Inhale. And exhale. Push down, push out, suck the belly in. Good. Okay. So that's my exercises and chat for today. I'm going to one more. So I'm going to open up the floor. We have a few minutes left for some conversation. If folks have any other questions, you want to unmute, turn your video on. It would be nice if you just turn your video on so I could see everybody. That would be nice, right? I'm going to drag my screen over here. Okay. All right. Everybody's shy today. All right. I will let you go. But next time I want to see some smiling, breathing faces out there. Okay. So what we did today, let me just recap. We talked about nose breathing and we talked about mouth breathing and we learned some belly breathing. We did some exercises. I'm hoping everybody feels better than they did when they started. If you want to do that 10, 15 minutes a day, you could do it anytime. I like to do it in the morning before I get my day going. It kind of sets my balance. That's what I enjoy doing it. The last thing I'm going to say is, so do these daily. If you're a nose breather, you want to be mindful of your nose breathing. And we need to do this as folks with FSHD, whether you may or may not ever have the disease impact your diaphragm. Doing this is going to be a great preventative measure to keep your lungs and your diaphragm strong. So even if you don't have issues, doing these isn't going to hurt. It's only going to make you better. And if you do come along to have issues, it's going to take a little longer for the disease to really make an impact if you've got a strong diaphragm and a good set of lungs, as we say. Right. So the next time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to review what I did today, and I'm going to add on some more exercises, and I'll embellish it with some of the Qigong. So in addition to improving your breathing, strengthening your diaphragm, I'll also show some exercises to help strengthen your immune system. Part of my Qigong program. The next meeting we have is June the 27th, 2 weeks from today at 12 noon Eastern time. Folks who are not in the country here, I see our friend Rafael still here. So I don't know what time it is in Spain, but thank you for joining. You're probably about 4 or 5 hours ahead of us. So it's a dinner time there, I'm guessing. But thank you again for joining. This is a worldwide global group. It's so much fun. We've got folks that we get folks on from Europe, South America, South Africa. It's a lot of fun to do that. And I was going to say, if you want to put your email in the chat, I have a PDF version of what I went over today. I'm basically talking off a PowerPoint, so I don't miss anything. And I'd be happy to send you a copy of that PowerPoint if you want. So just ping me with an email, or send me your email, or put it in the chat, and I'll get a copy of that to you. Okay. So like I said, I'll be back in 2 weeks with a review and some more new exercises. Thanks everybody for joining. Krista, thank you for your help. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. This was great, Frank. I really appreciated it today. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you. And I'll see everybody in 2 weeks. Be well. Thanks for joining.
Take care. Thank you. Bye.